Damn dogs, I swear. Spartacus, can you be quiet? Alright, so anyway, don't mind me, my dogs, and whatever else is going on. Anyway, I started getting some downloads about Atlas AI, and because, well, outer space, whatever, I can't just stop it. So anyway, it could be nothing. It could be everything. So I do channeling, I do cards, I do art. When I'm able to just get into the art, I can clear my mind. Sometimes it's a little difficult with the freaking 5 freaking pit bulls. You know, just so you all can see 5 freaking pit bulls. And there's my pit bull can going. Yeah, makes it really interesting to try, channeling. But that's besides the point. So anyway, Atlas 3, I changed direction, changed course, and it propels. It's self-propelled. It goes through the fabric of space, and it has technology to open up the weaves. Guys, be nice. It has the capability of opening up this, aka fabric of space, whatever you want to call it. I am not a scientist. Excuse me. Hello? Guys. Can you repeat? Excuse me. Hello? Can we chill out, please? Hi, Scarlett. Oh, okay. Okay. Mommy's busy. Anyway. Guys. Hey, Alexa, put meditation for dogs on. Makes it kind of hard in a loud space. Anyway. Oh, hey guys. So what I'm doing is a outer space. I'm channeling, I think, Atlas AI. It changed directions, and it's self-propelled, and it goes into like basically the fabric of space. It has some sort of technology that when it goes through, it closes it, and it has negative and positive poles of polarity. Sorry about the dogs and all that fun stuff. And I actually do believe that the northern star in the Bible is going to be Atlas 3i. It's supposed to head. Excuse me. Would you all like to go in the kennel? I don't care if you're 5 pit bulls or not. You're being loud. Sorry, guys. Yeah, they are eating each other. They're a little okay. They're a little on the crazy side. They all do. Thanks for that. Here, I'll give you guys a little view. That's Spartacus. That's Sage. That's Pipey. And then Scarlett. And there's my baby Scarlett. Yes, they're mutts. It's kind of hard to do what I'm trying to do with them while doing it, but they like to hang out. Oh, thank you. Yeah, they're kind of busy. Keep me busy. So I can figure out what Atlas 3i is going to do next, and it's going to come back around. Yeah, crazy. But, well, it definitely gets me to get my deep breaths in and out, and it's better than yelling at the kids, so I just yell at the fur dogs. They kind of look at me, and then they like to lay in bed with me and go to sleep. It's all good. But anyway, I channel all different things. I just don't channel just dead people. Well, all because we actually don't die. We just change our meat suits. So, anyway, longing for home. So I do believe that the people who are, we're all connected basically to the portal and stuff like that. And if I am correct, Atlas 3i is actually thought projection. And if they're coming into our universe, they are getting basically mixed signals. So what do? Us light workers, us star seeds, all this other stuff need to actually connect to the interstellar space object. I believe that they're actually looking for us and our residents to be able to see what's going on. Many of us star seeds are actually connected to interstellar space. That's the Pleiadians and Lemurians, and all the other ones. So if you all believe in that, it's all, fair enough, right? I have a capability of, I used to call it quantum entanglement sickness, because my timelines kind of, they're Neptunian. I can come in and out of different timelines. It took a while for me to understand that. I'm quite aware now. Now I know usually if it's past, or AKA a past life. I have step-ins, dragons, walk-ins. I think a dragon is someone who actually goes through people in a negative way when, let's say, you have drugs, addictions, and mental health illnesses. When you get our mental health illnesses, and it's a walk-in because they're invited in. That's why when you channel, you need to pray to your guides, because you could be having, if you're not educated in how to channel, you don't know actually who's coming through. So that's what I call a dragon. A dragon is a person you're dragging in, or they're dragging you along their past karma line, and that would be a dragon. It's not the monster beast flying in the sky. I mean, those are kind of cool too, in the whole mythical sense of it, but I believe it's metaphorically. So when you start channeling, pray to your guides to make sure that you're channeling correctly. If you have a drug addiction problem, you're drinking alcohol, mental health, go get and see a provider. See a tarot card reader. Don't care. Start seeing a past life regressionist, because not for anything, you guys don't get it cleared up. That's what's going on in our world right now, is we have a bunch of demonic, not in the sense of, well, it actually has turned into the sense of the nasty crap that's going on. That's just because, excuse me, go, kennel. If you guys can't behave, no, stop. Sorry. Oh, yeah. And I do this channeling. Isn't that crazy? I will sit here and channel with these little rugrats all friggin' day. They're usually calm. I just fed them though. So they're a little hyped up. So yes. So if you're a channeler, tarot card reader, all that fun stuff, and you start getting information that's a little bit on the negative side, and as you start doing things that aren't necessarily you, please write it down. Most likely you are having a step-in or a walk-in. People get scared of this. It was scary for me in the beginning because I didn't understand it. I devoted almost 5 years of understanding the mind, paranormal psychology, quantum physics, tarot cards, mythology, the Bible, everything. I'm not saying I'm a scholar. I'm self-taught. I see things that other people don't, and that is okay. My mother told me I was unique a long time ago for this particular reason. Anyway, when I'm able to just draw, I do this a lot just for myself, but going to Dharma, I like Dharma better than AA. Nothing against people who go to AA. But when you go to Dharma and they do the meditation and they tell you to give back when you learn, because a part of Dharma is giving back. It's a part of having people, learn what worked for you. And not that everything's going to work for every particular person. I'm quite aware of this. Dharma just happened to work for me. And that's Buddha. Excuse me. But I also do read and channel through the Bible. And excuse me, would you all like to go in a kennel? Spartacus, please stop. So yes, Bible, everything. My mind, after the trauma, I just started feeling that insatiable fire of knowledge in my mind. And it's so funny because the biblical sense and stuff like that is like this big inferno. Not that infernos don't happen. They do. For me, it was a desire to understand my mind. But I was also a psych nurse for quite a while. And I wanted to understand my mind. And after trauma, I forgot a lot of it. So I just kept doing me. You guys, don't stop it. Go in the kennel. Sorry. I don't like to put them in the kennel, but they get a little overly zealous. You guys are just going crazy. If I can't do this without you guys being good, then I can't give you treats. And you want treats. So please stop. Sit down, Sparty. Thank you. Sorry about that, guys. I know it's a little loud. I don't get much time. When I start channeling, I just usually don't turn the freaking camera on. And I didn't have any more canvas, so I figured let me, and yes, I'm using charcoal. And then once I figure out what I want to do, I'll add probably acrylics over it or something. A little bit. Please stop. Please. But yeah. But yeah, there's some sort of fabric of space that we detect, or either that or these are magnetic fields. I think these are magnetic fields. But then they come down in through here. There's some sort of, what do you call it? That they're able to open up with sonic waves. And then they actually close it behind them, kind of like like the intestines of a body. So you have it goes really fast. And that's why they are able to obtain light speed. And I am not a scientist at all. I just channel. I channel through art, I channel through music, I channel through movies. I basically can channel through anything. I turn it off a lot because my mind goes very hyperactive. Little ADHD munch, I guess. Added a little extra D's and those D's. It is what it is. So, anyway, so the galactic travel, space travel, it's all about thought consciousness. It's about connecting, we got to lose grip of our reality, basically, to go into their reality, and their reality is not bad. My thing is, if they were able to connect into Christ consciousness, their cosmic consciousness, it's usually higher being people. It's fifth dimension. Very simple. They're operating on fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth dimension. And they can't, the more people, starseeds, that we awaken, they're serving the good, and get rid of the conflict and soften to love, we will have the capabilities of having space travel. More than just to the moon and to our space station, Elon Musk type of crap. Because this is a bunch of lost lands, soul memories and gifts. We've done this before. We have. Some of us have memories, deja vu, some of us do not. But it's all about finding it out. We all have devil missions. We're living a 3D reality, and then starseeds, psychic mediums, remote viewers, spiritualists, we're doing a double life. Because a lot of us realize we've been reincarnated, and we don't sit there and want to tell people. Because that's really just kind of not accepted. My dogs are the same way. Oh, yeah. They're a little crazy. They're calming down a little bit now. They had the little dog food, so they had a little, energy burst. Trust the timing. Wave came in. Time is not running out. Well, time is not running out if they feel like if time and space doesn't exist. We're the only ones that think time exists. If we screw this up and humanity goes ba-boom, bye-bye, well, the planet heals and they just plant some new ones. Think about it. I can't tell you how the beginning of the whole universe started, but I can tell you if space travel exists, you don't think they come and planted us, start a little community, send us, drop us off spaceships, did a little Men in Black, wiped off our memories, and just remember this is for entertainment purposes only. And this is the way I channel because we're in a new earth. Why be so freaking negative? This whole world is negative. It's ridiculous. We need a little positivity in it. And if it happens to be a little joking, then so be it. See? Forge, don't follow. I'm paving a new path. Why not? And my dogs are just hard. Nah. Dogs are apparently portals too. They like to chime in once in a while. Sometimes I yell, stop the thought projection. Leave them alone. Because if everything's thought, then someone has got to be sending thoughts, right? Again, with the new earth. I don't know why I keep holding that card. It is pretty cool. It's happening. Keep holding the vision. Oh, they like the way I'm channeling. Okay. So, yeah. It's just at this point in time that we are just trying to figure out world, thought consciousness, spirituality. If they're able to use propulsion, if they're able to figure these things out, the way I see it is they could not have obtained it unless they are the light. I mean, not be able to do it like that. Probably many have tried and probably have failed. Star family. You're part of the team solely. Calling the sport. We are calling the sport. Sport is basically praying or meditation. Some people don't like the word prayer. I do meditation. I do affirmations. I do dharma. I do whatever it takes to get my life back. I jump in. Andromedan energy adventures say yes to changes, and I do. I embrace my changes. My family, on the other hand, think I'm a little on the nut side because I'm so spiritual. So I got to start doing something to make that change because, Starbase. I'm a light body. Crystal grid, transmission, activation, and that is what I am. I am a channel and a conduit for multi-dimensional parallel universes. I even, aka channel, possibly even Christ consciousness or gurus or big picture thinking. I believe I can decode the Bible. I don't care anymore. If my family thinks I'm nuts, so freaking be it. Water your garden. Nourish your body care. It's all about rest. I do a lot of my thinking best when I am resting, having music playing, and honestly, I love listening to other readers, and not because I take their information. I've actually done this before. I've watched other readers with other people right next to me, and they don't even get the same freaking information that I get because I have clairaudience. Hello. So star answers is hidden secrets lost. So yes, I hear other tarot readers read. You and I can be reading to the same reader, and you will not get the same information that I get. And it took me about 3 years to figure out I have what's called clairaudience. And it's actually kind of a cool gift. Whales, orca babies. Share your song. Yeah, see? Right there. Share your song. I could hear. Frequency sound. I constantly have buzzing in my ears, both ears, for about 3 or 4 years. After trauma, after electrocuting myself by accident. Don't worry. I wound up buying the electrocuted thing right afterwards after I fried myself. Bigger picture, Pleiadian energy, visionary, inspired ideas. Yeah, I do not recommend you accidentally electrocuting yourself with 220 amps 3 times. It does not feel good. Afterwards, I went out and bought the little detector thing. The idiot freaking electrician just didn't have it wired correctly, whatever. The cosmic cart, devotion, potency, make your life a living prayer. And I just said that. I pray, go for walks, yell at my dogs, feed them, whatever it takes. Hello. What does that say? You, Sarah? How are you, hon? Thanks for the hearts, guys. I appreciate it. I know it's a little on the loud side. I don't come out, though. Forge, don't follow your own path. It's like everybody is what they say, the sheep and the followers. Yeah, I don't do that. I'm 53 years old. I am not following anybody anymore. People don't like what the hell I am and what the hell I do. That's their problem, I guess. Inner Earth. You'll survive this. New solutions, new beginnings. So yes. So anyway, back to Atlas 3i. I'm going to wind up probably finishing this later and I'll show it. But it's, in the Bible, I was thinking about it. That Atlas 3i is supposed to come back on December 24th, 25th. And if that is the case, well, then the Bible is actually a Nostradamus type of effect. And the so-called Bible is metaphorical. And maybe it was talk about Atlas 3i. Just saying. And, we'll see. Maybe you'll be bright enough to see. And, the funny thing is, Kim Clemente said that there would be, what was it? Hypnotic November. Well, then I also heard yesterday that part of Atlas's 3i tail fell off into the Atlantic Ocean. I guess I mean the particles. Maybe Atlas 3i send us some stuff to help awaken our world peacefully. According to mythology, Tiamat called for backup and they didn't get here. And according to the biblical references, it said that, they destroyed us. It's not that they destroyed us. We destroyed us. We had nuclear wars. And yes, I have past life memories from different timelines. Did it happen on this very earth? I'm not quite sure. If I won't say that I quite know. But we succumbed to nuclear war. And they came and lovingly took us out of our misery because they weren't able to save us. And maybe now Tiamat has called early enough that won't happen again. Now, just remember, Tiamat does not have to be a physical type of person. It could be a person who is just channeling the energies of that mythological god. You can choose whoever you want to choose to be. If you choose to be a satanic person who wants to go into destruction, and not construction, destruction, and you want to take lives, that is not of God. Just remember that biblical text was channeled, and we don't know what kind of mental health that these people had. They were without, they were hungry, in the dark, all these things, sicknesses, everything. So, and I understand these things we're trusting other people, just like don't trust me. It's my perception. And only way anyone's going to start trusting me is if I start putting content out, and it starts, fanning out. But yeah, I think that I've been saying that I believe that Atlas, or Three-Eye Atlas, I think it's going to turn this pinkish purple violet color. I don't think it has yet. I don't know if it's just a part of the space or if the stuff that they're burning, to get there. And the other thing I think is hysterical. They say the thing is like 3 billion years old or 13 billion years old, Atlas. Well, if they took it and made it of actual rock to withstand the heat off of a planet, just like we're, 13 billion years old, who's to say that Atlas 3i or 3-Eye Atlas is not actually a rock that they put around a spaceship? Maybe that Dyson sphere they're all looking for is actually propelling the craft. Just saying. That's how my mind works. Maybe, just maybe, our world needs to wake up and more star seeds, more remote viewers of the light. And I say of the light. And just maybe it's a good thing I'm not a big channel. Because of the light, so the communication doesn't get blocked. I could do as much as I want to. But it comes back better when you have more people on the same wavelength to connect to these things. So who's to say that a person not in here, that's nobody in here, and that's fine, doesn't connect with that thing? And then why would I want to broadcast it? This would be something like the AKA government would want to get top line freaking psychic mediums and not broadcast it. But I'll broadcast it anyway because not like anybody listens to me, right? Well, maybe my husband. Take it as you will. He's always late. Take it as you will. Anyway, I have a very strange sense of humor, and I really don't care what people think. Every time I care what people think, it puts me in my mind. And when it puts me in my mind, it makes me sad. I'm a good person. I've been a nurse for a long time. I've taken care of children, taken care of my children, other people's children. And because of my spiritual growth, I have a child that does not want to be with me. And I just, they say Jesus sacrificed his son. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. I mean, I'd never want to sacrifice my son. And no, he's not dead. He just thinks that, he wants more things than I can give him right now. And, it's just capable, I love him. I miss him. I miss him greatly. I can't even call him because they did me dirty by putting in no contact on me. And I did nothing other than love that kid. And because I couldn't get him into a school that he wanted to be in, he'd rather sleep on a couch with his brother. And it's been hard for me, and I'm not going to lie to you. And probably nobody's in this room, and it's not. And that's fine. But I've been through a lot. And so has he, and I respect that too. But it's just, how do you get to be so spiritual and connect with the different voids and actually have proof upon it? Not that I made it, on a platform. I have emails that have gone to reputable people. And it's just like, how much more do I have to lose for my family to know what I've been doing and for them to accept it? I accept it. But it's just like, at one point, does someone actually freaking reach out? So I stop losing the people I love. And no, and that's not even a it's not even a part that I'm saying that something I've done to myself. No, I chose to become spiritual. I didn't chose the way I became to be spiritual. And I do believe that's what this world is about now with the awakening and stuff like that, is being able to choose to awake and not in a way that people are awakening due to trauma and pain all the time. I think with AI and opening chakras and teaching meditation, we don't have to go through the trauma that we have been going through. And that's why I try to do this. And yeah, I don't usually go on here. And I don't have good algorithm. I don't care anymore. But you know what? If it's about putting my shit out there, I will slowly put it out there. I don't know what else to do. When you go through awakening, you kind of lose everything and everybody. You know, I don't blame them. How can I? You know, I would probably be the same freaking way. You know, when you're dealing with spirit and you're dealing with the unseen realm, you are literally considered crazy. And you know, for a long time I had my name on here as Meta Crazy, but you know what? I'm not crazy. I've proven it to myself. I can pull up so many emails as not funny. Hey, Outer Space, how are you? You go to work today? Is it doing good? What are you all doing? You having fun? So I'm drawing outer space stuff. I figured I'd do some remote viewing with my lovely talent as painting as well as it goes. I think that the Atlas 3i is actually it's going to be bright enough in our sky for Christmas Eve for people to actually think it's the North Star. I don't know. Maybe another North Star. Obviously, we have a North Star. Maybe it'll just be beautiful. Maybe it's a promising time. Maybe, just maybe. Yeah, did you do good? Did you make lots of tips? Did you make people happy? Did you smile at them? Did you throw them a tarot card? That's what I would do. It's hard being a server. I didn't last very long doing that, unless you count nursing as serving. That's kind of a different story, so you know. So you go, it says out in space. Are you one of my sons, like my real sons, or what? Just out of curiosity. Because I do find it interesting, the out of space thing. And the fact that you're calling, and I understand people call people mama all the time, just wasn't sure. I have 2 sons, not like Arizona, but 2 sons and a daughter. So I wasn't sure if that was him. Either way. But I like your outer space thing. I love space travel. I love interstellar space. Yes, you could be like a son to you. So you're not one of my biological sons or half biological sons. I mean, technically we could all be each other's mother, fathers, sisters, brothers, because if we're all part of AKA God and the creator, other than DNA, is the only change. And I think that's what our world is supposed to come away with. They were supposed to treat each other like brothers and sisters and mothers and fathers. Our world would work out at a better place if it was. You know what I'm saying? But nah, I love you guys. Regardless of your mom. Hey! Leave the puppy alone. They like to overplay. But yeah, I figured I'd come on, and I was bored. A lot of people don't like the whole Jill and Pluto mind, basically meaning that I think outside the box. I have lucid dreams. I have memories of past lives. It is what it is. Does not make me crazy. Makes me a hell of a person. Really unique, especially because I've gotten a hold on it. I made 0 tips today. Yes, I smile. Next time I will. Good. You should. You'll get it there. I know you're training. It takes a while. I mean, I know, like me, I just started my channel. Eventually, I'm sure I'll get there. Yeah, I started with no to 65. Oh, you guys got to check out my little shorts that I made. I've been playing with the AIs and stuff like that. and just doing the overcast of what I think different cards mean. I would love the feedback, and I do enjoy you guys stopping over. It's kind of fun. But and also, it's probably hard to be a server now in this day and age with everything so freaking expensive. Have to have 2 and 3 families living together just to make the freaking rent is ridiculous. And I remember 8 years ago, the same apartment that I lived in with my late husband and my kids was $850 when I moved in, and it's like now it's like $1,600. It's like insane for the same place. This world is not getting better. But we'll give all the tax cuts to all the famous people. But we technically wind up paying more than the famous people because they only pay 1%, where we're paying what? So on average, we're paying 20%, 20 times more than millionaires and trillionaires. And then you're going to stop people's SNAP and Social Security, and people who really need it. In this kind of world is that. That's probably honestly why Atlas 3i is here. They're like, yep, they need some help. They need some sugar and spice and everything nice to throw it in their atmosphere. And obviously, I am joking. Well, kind of. It would be kind of cool to have something like sugar and spice and everything nice just thrown in our atmosphere to wake people up instead of having to do it the traumatic way. Who the hell wants to do it the traumatic way? It's really traumatic. It's like all the therapy and people looking at you have 10 heads, and it's like, no, I just happen to channel 10 different people, but it's all good. I wish I knew all their names. I know some of them. It's all good. I usually don't come up here and babble either, but I have nothing better to do than to yell at dogs. So you can scroll by it whenever you want. You do not have to stay here. It's all good. I just, one of the things, like I said, I was going to go to Dharma tonight and my head hurt, so I did not go. But I figured I'd come and just stop in and see if anyone shows up. If they do, great. If not, it's fine. I'm used to being ignored. It's okay. I have a really good sense of humor. Had that for a while. But yeah. You probably make better tips tomorrow, though, Friday. People get paid and stuff. You're luck they gave you off tomorrow. They tend to do that with new people. They give off days it's going to be busy. It's so not nice, but yeah, my paycheck. That's not too bad. It's a start. Everything's a start. I've actually been looking for a job myself. I've been a nurse for 20 years, and with everything I've gone through, it's just been a little difficult to go back in. Not that I don't want to go back in, because I went through an interview and offered me like $30 an hour, but I still haven't gotten a call back yet. And I need to start working. It is too expensive. I want to be able to provide for my kids, So even though I enjoy coming on YouTube and emailing the professors all my predictions and shit like that, it does not pay. I even got so upset the other day. I'm giving all this information. Well, that's cool. Yeah, that's how it usually starts, twice a month. It's like I give all this information. I should have started my channel years ago, honestly, but I was just not. I was smart enough. I was not in my right mind back then. I had to put a little bit of stuff on and off, but it's crazy. But so you have kids or anything like that? It's even harder with kids, Kids, no kids, shit. Even taking care of the dogs and animals is hard. Interesting, right? No kids? That's good. I'm like, that's good. That sounded kind of mean. No, you do you first. Right now, I have different philosophies on kids personally. And it's not because of everything I've gone through. Well, maybe it is because of everything I've gone through. But I believe if we are reincarnating here as a school for souls, and I do believe that, then every time we having kids, are we literally roping people into doing a life on earth that they don't want to be because we're procreating? I'm just saying. That's how my mind works. I have no friends. Understand this. And I love children. I love babies. And so it's not like I'm this evil person that's saying that, oh, there should be no kids. No, but I believe so much in karma that I'm sitting there going, okay, if we're constantly procreating, are we just pulling other people from other realms that should be birthed somewhere else because they're following the law and we're not? And this is why I have no friends. But it's okay. And like I said, I only came on here because I just started channeling it, and honestly, I am bored and I'm lonely, and so I just come out here and start drawing and whatever, start battling. So I apologize if I'm completely way the hell out there. Maybe I'm right. I mean, like I said, I love children. Don't get me wrong, but there are so many children right now that can be adopted. And I don't care if you're gay, lesbian. I am so supportive of LGBTQ. It's not even funny. But, we got so many kids and orphans and parents who right now, due to addictions and loss, because we're losing health insurance, or we can't even send them, Donald, you're such an idiot. You're sitting there cutting people's funding. You're cutting people's food. What's going to happen? The rates are going to go up for crime. People are going to start taking their own you-know-whats, and I don't like to say that because it's negative, but it's the fucking truth. What are you doing, dude? Are you literally trying to kill your people who put you in office? Because that's how I feel. I was never a big Trump person, but that's besides the point. But it's like, when does this man get stopped? When a lot of us have to put more of our people into the grave? And that's why the White House and Congress needs to freaking step up to the plate and stop being scared, because it's more than just Donald. You're killing your own people. It's ridiculous. And the worst part is, nothing will get affected unless their family gets directly affected. You ever notice that? People don't do shit unless their family members get hurt. And I mean, is that the kind of God that they're waiting for? Let's just fuck with the planet. And, we'll stop until one of my kids die from whatever you stopped freaking immunizations for. I mean, is that what this takes? That's like so freaking ridiculous. It's like, hello, wake the hell up. Who wants to hurt your own children? Then again, this is what's going on with the whole not having the whole proper mental health, not having the proper, a way to connect with AKA source and God. And, excuse me, I'm talking. I don't need Excuse me, sir. Please. All right. You need to back down, sir. Thank you. Say hi. That's Spartacus. Bullshit. But yeah, anyways. And because I channel, I bounce from different topics, or ADHD, neurodivergent, whatever you want to call it. I just channel. When I go into this, I just flow. So some people call that unstable. I call it changing the fucking topic. It's like, yep, spirit's done with that note. Let's go to the next one. People don't understand me, and I guess that's why I'm alone and painting. Not that I could have been alone. I mean, I could have went to my sister-in-law's house, but I kind of had a headache and just chose to come here, and actually doing art helps me with my headaches and just me being me. And then I get to, whatever. But yeah. But I do appreciate you talking to me. Oh, I love it. My best friend, well, I don't have any problem with that at all, actually. I find it very foster. I was brought up with my neighbors, actually, being foster kids. No, I find it absolutely freaking beautiful. When I was a younger teenager, the girl who used to babysit my kids, Erica, she was Puerto Rican white, and she married her then husband Eric, and they made such beautiful babies. And I think it's beautiful to have it a combination, honestly, of different spiritualities and nationalities come together, especially if you have a open mind. You know, if you have an open mind and an open family, I mean that is actually why we're here on Earth. That is why we're here on Earth. It is for our. It's not to be like the freaking racist, freaking white supremacists. That is not why we are here. That's so wrong. It's ridiculous. The biggest, strongest plan would be to bring all ethnicities, all religions, sexes, everything to be able to live together as one. You know, to understand and love each other as a person, as a collective. To understand in the Bible, when they talk about the gowns and the garb, is literally the meat suits or our bodies, whatever you want to call it. I say meat suits because it's kind of funny, and I was a nurse, and it's what it is. We have meat. It's what it is. You know, some people might think it's whatever. But yeah, no, I think it's absolutely beautiful to have mixed cultures, especially if you have a family and community that is so with you. And it's hard to be, obviously, but you can do it. You can do it without supportive family, but doesn't it make a world of difference when you have support? I mean, my grandfather was Catholic, Irish Catholic, and he married my grandmother. She was Irish, and I'm talking about 1920s, 1930s. That it was ahead of the time. But no, I find mixed culturals beautiful. Anybody who open up your heart and mind and educate and embrace, you know, different things, that is beautiful. It's not you know, people's definition of beautiful, obviously, in our world has kind of gotten warped. But no, that's beautiful. You know. And thank you for engaging with me. I really do enjoy that. Thank you. Usually I'll sit here and just talk to myself and then delete it later. But I found out when I sit there in my mind all the time, even though I keep saying I'm not depressed, there's a part of me that's depressed. You know, I'm not who I used to be. And I'm aware of that. I have a spiritual calling that I shelved for quite a while. And it made me miserable not getting out there. And even if I never become anybody, at least I tried. But then again, the manifestation was you never say that. I know I will be somebody because I already am somebody. I channel very much influential people. I have an understanding of things that other people do not. And I'm very, very aware of that. And I'm very confident of that. I understand things about twin flames. I understand things about the Bible and how the Bible is actually written to teach mediumship. But that is my take on it. And that's because I am a spiritual medium. And I'm quite aware of that. I also, like I said, understand that I've cultivated my gift. Was I born with it? I'm not sure if I was born with it or it was just my path that I chose to do different things to heal myself created. So I do believe one day when I am world famous psychic medium, and I will be famous, I already knew that. Just the timeline thing kind of sucks. I'm not sure when, you know, but I know people are going to want to know what I did, how I did it, you know, but it's everybody's path. It's what their mind is. You know, if you can achieve it, you could think it, you could change the world to how it is. You know, excuse me. Spartacus, do you want to go sit in the damn kennel? Spartacus, please stop. Sorry, but yeah. Okay, you need to back down. You're gonna ruin my paper. Back. I got you on camera. Show all the bad people. Show the people how you're being bad. Yeah, show. Bad Sparty and bad Scarlet. All right, can you guys come down, please? What are you eating out there? Oh my God. Hold on. Sorry, guys. We're going for a walk. Sapphire, what are you doing? A little bit. Eating garbage. Oh, there's a little bit. Okay. Sorry about that. Just had to make sure all the regrets weren't destroying shit again. That's what my life is. Pick up poop, do this, pick up pee, whatever. It is what it is. Anyway, sorry about that. Hopefully I didn't, what does that say? Orientation blocked. There we go. Anyways, it is hot in here. What state are you in? I can't wait for the cool weather to come. I'm down here in Florida, and it is hot. Well, not really. It's been hotter, but you know. Eventually, I'm sure I'll be going to New York or something. At least my mind will be. That's the thing is, you know, I've been telling people that this is going to happen, that's going to happen. And it took a while for me to understand the difference between me, myself, and I, you know, as in channeling. You know, for a long time, I thought so many different things was going to happen. And then go to figure out that I was actually channeling the things of it happening to other people. It took a while to understand that. I had to understand where I came from, what my experiences were, and then be able to cultivate it and bring it into the knowing of what is Jill and what is channeling. And that's actually when I started picking up the cards. Also between mental health, dharma, and stuff like that, just kind of brought it all together. And, you know, can it work for anybody else? Everybody else is going to have their own path. You know, can I guide people? Slowly, I'm sure anybody can. But, you know, it's just a part of it. But, oh, you're in Pennsylvania? Is it cold up there? I have a friend that's in Pennsylvania that's trying to get down. Pennsylvania was cold. Haven't been there in a while. Probably like, oh my God. My stepson's 30. Oh God, it's probably been like 28 years since I've been in Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania's quiet though. It used to be pretty cheap though. In a good way. In a good way. Not like, I remember going to like the outside flea markets and by what's it called? Hershey Park. It's been a long time though. Do you do tarot cards? 50 degrees? I can't wait for that. It's been like what is it, 78 today or something. But God, for a while it was like 100 degrees down here. It was like ridiculous. And I don't live by the ocean anymore. I miss that. Living by the ocean is definitely different than living here. Ooh. Oh, the doggies are barking. Wonder why. Well, because they have nothing better to do. They like me yelling at them. Don't know why I did red, but hey, whatever. You should. I will tell you. I could start if you wanted me to start teaching a little bit here. I don't have anything better to do right now. It's honestly okay. So I would tell you right off the bat. I am not a book learner. It took me so long. I was afraid to actually start a channel because I would watch other readers, and it would stop me. I would be like, oh my God, their meanings mean something completely different than mine. And I didn't want to feel like a fraud. So I started doing more education and go to find out, you know, it's kind of like Rots. I think it's called Rotsblatt. I'm probably saying it wrong, but there is this scientist that would show you different pictures of blots, and depending on what part of the brain you use would depend on possibly trauma and stuff like that. Well, the same thing for tarot cards. It basically, once you start to learn them, it's diving into your consciousness. So if you go and look at this one has it. Well, let me grab one of these. Okay, so like this one, Deception Nebby, right? So number 7, you go to whatever what points to you, what in that picture draws your attention. Some people might look at the 7. Well, 7, it has to do with Chariot card. It also has to do with messages. Some people might look at the green. The green would be grounded. this person's wearing a mask. So this person could be, having some sort of deception in their mind of right versus wrong. Heart chakra, it means that either your heart chakra is open too much or you need to. Heart chakra is actually when you can feel somebody else's pain. And this is things, authority. Authority is the Emperor card. It could mean God. Well, not necessarily God. I always go with the sun for God. But it could be powers that be, authorities, cops, judges. But it's to teach yourself how to connect into it on your own capabilities. And then I wound up finding out that you can watch different readers and have just different, answers to the questions, basically. And it's basically developing a connection between you and the Akashic records. And it is your own development. It's your own understanding of the cards and what it means to you. It took me a long time to do that. But I also started buying, listening to different readers. I'm a hopscotch reader, or a hopscotch watcher. I can usually tell a really good psychic medium, someone who's really connected and stuff. Quiet. We all have our gifts. I have that particular. Hey! Stop, please. Oh, shit. But yeah, you should do it, and it also helps, with connecting with your higher intuition. You can pull cards on yourself in the morning. How is my day going to be? What obstacles do I need to look for? It actually is meant to develop your abilities to connect with your higher consciousness. Some people are like, oh my God, you're talking to big people. Well, fuck, if you can talk to grandma and grandma was good to you, maybe talk to her. But that's all perspective. It's all how you want to make it be. People try to scare people because they're talking to the loved ones who passed on. What is wrong with that? They're probably pissed off that everybody's freaking forgot them, rolled over in their grave. I have a very weird sense of humor. I'm sorry. But yeah. I'm actually not sorry. Honestly, my sense of humor has gotten me through a lot. There's nothing wrong with that. I wish more people understood my sense of humor. Hey, honestly, sometimes I don't even understand my sense of humor. Just saying. But it's all good. It's so funny. It's almost looking like Northern Lights. See, I don't sit there and just go. My hand has a mind of its own. What am I? Yeah, whatever. I just pick the colors and just put it in. But yeah, it almost looks like a Northern Light. Oh. I have to get some more, what do you call it, one of these days. Yeah. Also a lot of different, tarot channels and stuff like that. They're self-help, but I've used Grok and Gemini and stuff like that too. I've used a lot of different AIs because I'm more of an audible learner. I have the clairaudience, so when I hear things, I do a little bit better. But everybody has their own. Some people need to see it. But everybody's different. But I don't know. My doggies, man. Drive me nuts. Oh, Pennsylvania must be beautiful right now too, right? All the changes of the freaking colors and stuff. I do miss that. They don't have it down here in Florida. Florida is usually green or brown. There's usually not very many different colors. Maybe that's why I started painting. Not many different colors in Florida. We have maybe 2. That's not true. We do have some pretty, what do you call it? Flowers and stuff. I love the beaches, but haven't been able to go there this year. Sucks. And now it's probably gonna get too cold. I like when the water's really warm. That's just probably because I'm just getting old now. I don't like it really cold in my skin. say? Yeah, the leaves are. Always love the orange and the really deep yellows and reds and stuff like that. I don't miss shoveling them though. Not shoveling, raking them. I don't miss shoveling the snow. You guys are gonna get hit, I think, soon. I know it said New York is gonna get hit soon with some really cold weather and stuff. I don't miss driving in that snow. I do remember a really cool lightning storm we had during a snowstorm. That was interesting. And that I only remember that happening once in my life. Never seen lightning in a snowstorm. That was on Long Island, so I don't know how common that is. I'll have to look that up. That was pre cell phone time. I'm dating myself now. What are you doing, you silly dog? Eating a box that now I have to go clean. These dogs, man. Dogs, rabbits, cats, snakes, turtles. Yeah. So interesting, I tell you. I just realized, are you Jennifer? The one in Pennsylvania? Is that Jennifer? I think I gave you my channel before. And she's the one I was talking about, Pennsylvania. Want to get her home. Is that you? Okay, just checking. I would have been like, that would be really interesting. We were just talking about her. She's in Pennsylvania. My daughter was just talking about her. And I'd given her my channel. I'm like, wait a second, that'd be pretty funny. I guess it throws me off because you call me mama. But that's fine. I don't go obviously much on here that I've had people respond. So usually, people who call you mama is someone that you know. So that's why I was like, wait a second. Hey, stop it. Hey. Can you stop? What are you all eating now? I'm sure that is green, red, yellow, probably more red. Well, I do appreciate you hanging out. You don't have to. I'm sure there are other channels that are more educational and probably fun. I'm honestly just trying to figure this crap out. I'm just tired of being alone. So I come on and just see if anybody else is out there. And one of these days, I will figure out how to engage with other people. Well, I'm sorry about the mommy issues, but I can be as supportive as I can be. We all have mommy issues in a way. My mother came back from the dead. And I say that as this is the fact is I listened to a particular person, and she has an absolutely wonderful way of channeling, and she channeled my mother and my sister and a lot of others. So I will actually get onto her live and say, "Hey mom, hey bitch, hey that, hey this." And I've been listening to her for over 3 or 4 years now. So she's quite aware with my sense of humor. And It's funny, but when you realize that people are really good channels and they are really good remote viewers and psychic mediums and stuff like that, and you even if a person comes back long enough to be channeled by a psychic medium remote viewer, that is reincarnation, even if it's for 3 or 4 minutes. You know what I'm saying? And that is Christ consciousness, is to bring heaven on earth through channeling, through being able to look at somebody and feel for them in a way of a mother or a father or a person of love, and maybe our world could grow instead of trying to destroy each other like a bunch of dogs. Just saying. But then again, I don't think like everybody else, and I'm quite aware of that. Honestly, it's kind of sad. I wish more people did think like me. Then again, I wouldn't be unique then, now would I? Well, I'm gonna let this dry and put some of my stuff away, and I'll probably come on a little bit later. But thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you. Bye, honey.